Jake strode over to them. He helped her up in what seemed like a loving way, and no one else noticed his clenching grip on her arm. Except Isaac. His eyes grew cold as his jaw tightened. He knew. Oh, God, please don't let him say anything. No one would believe him even if he did. Jake was known for being a polite, helpful person. He was the kind of man who would help anyone at any time, even in the middle of the night or in a storm. No one would ever suspect him of hitting his wife. He hid that side of him skillfully, with his mask of deceptive charm that had made her fall in love with him so quickly. Jake finished piling the groceries into the basket as Isaac stood. "Good to see you, Isaac," Jake nodded to his former childhood friend. "Likewise. Take care." Isaac offered a big smile as though nothing had happened. When Liv glanced over her shoulder at him as she and Jake walked away, Isaac stared back at her, concern lining every feature of his face. Most of the buggy ride home was nerve-wracking silence. They passed the green fields of summertime in Unity, Maine. Horses and cows grazed in the sunlight, and Amish children played in the front yards. Normally, she would have enjoyed watching them, but Olivia squeezed her eyes shut. She mentally braced herself for whatever storm raged in Jake's mind that he would soon unleash onto her. "Want to tell me what happened back there?" Jake's voice was not loud, but she could tell by his tone that he was infuriated. Who knew what awaited her at home? "I bumped into Isaac and spilled my groceries. He was just helping me pick them up," she answered in a cool, calm voice. She clasped her hands together in her lap to stop them from shaking, acting as though everything was fine. Their buggy jostled along the side of the road as cars passed. Did he know what had really happened? "I was watching from a distance. I saw him touch your arm. I saw the way he smiled at you, and I saw the way you stared at him. You never look at me like that." "Here we go." She sucked in a deep breath, preparing for battle. At least he hadn't heard what Isaac had asked her. Jake was always accusing her of being interested in other men, but it was never true. He was paranoid and insecure. "You know I love you, Jake." "I know. But did you ever truly let go of Isaac before you married me? Does part of you still miss him?" "No, of course not. You have all my love." "Then why don't you act like it?" His knuckles turned white as he clenched his fists tighter around the reins. "Why don't you ever look at me like that?" How could he expect her to shower him with love? She tried, but it was so hard to endure his rampages and live up to his impossible standards. Yes, she had married him, and would stay true to her vows. She would remain by his side as his wife until death, however soon that may be. Every time he had one of his rampages, she feared for her life more and more. She had given up on romance a long time ago. Now she just tried to survive. If only her parents were still alive. But they had been killed along with the rest of her family in a fire when she had been a teenager. How many times had Liv wished she could confide in her mother about Jake? She would have known what to do. "I'm sorry, Jake. I'll try to do better," she told him what he wanted to hear. "Good." Smugness covered his face as he glanced at her and sat up a bit taller. When they arrived home, he helped her unload the groceries without saying a word. She knew what was coming. He internalized all his anger, and one small thing would send him over the edge once they were behind closed doors. When everything was put away, he stalked off to the living room to wait as she prepared dinner. She began chopping vegetables, and not even 10 minutes had passed when he stomped into the kitchen. As he startled her, the knife fell on the countertop. Jake snarled through clenched teeth, crossing the room in 3 long strides. "You love him, don't you?" "No, Jake. I told you I don't love him. I love you." She struggled to